Good morning, students. Today we'll continue our next topic of the chapter federalism, that is, what makes India a federal country. Federal, where the power are divided. So, what makes India federal? We will know the reason about because one of the reason is that behind and India is a vast country, so this structure is necessary for the country. Vast country, and after that, it is diverse in nature. Means different kind of religion and people are living. So we have earlier seen how small countries like Belgium and Sri Lanka face so many problems of managing diversity. About the vast country like India with so many language, religion and reason. Like what are the power sharing arrangement in our country? अगर हम कहें ऐसा सब है तो हमारे क्या arrangements हैं power sharing के? Let us begin with the constitution. India had emerged as an independent nation after a painful and bloody partitions. Painful and bloody partitions means like we got independence in 1947, and you know that it is very well known in history the partition took place, massacre took place. मीन्स कितने लोग मरे, कितना सब नुकसान हुआ, और यही सब चीज़ें हम कंट्रोल भी कर सकते थे विद गुड पॉलिसीज, बट नहीं. इफ यू सी द हिस्ट्री, द स्प्लिट इज नॉट द सोल्यूशन ऑफ एनी काइंड ऑफ थिंग. So means soon after independence, several princely states became the part of the country, and the constitution declared India as a union state. Union state means like federal state, although it did not use the word federation. लेकिन फेडरेशन उस टाइम पर यूज नहीं हुआ था. यूनियन स्टेट तो बन गया था लेकिन फेडरेशन नहीं कह सकते थे इसको. द इंडियन यूनियन इज बेस्ड ऑन द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ फेडरलिज्म. लेकिन वट एवर द स्ट्रक्चर वॉज ready and the model prepared, it was on the basis of the principle of federalism. Now principle of federalism, we have seen the characteristics recently in the previous segment. You can understand them. So let us back to the seven features. I told you the features what we read about because उसके structure पे country का model तैयार किया गया. So that's why seven features we can memorize. We can see all these features apply to the provision of Indian Constitution. The Constitution originally provided a two-tier system. Originally, सबसे पहले हमारे यहाँ क्या था? Only state central level, then state level. So another, the constitution originally provided a two-tier system of government that we call the central and representing of Union of India, the state government. Later, the third tier federalism was added in the form of panchayats and municipalities. As any federation, these different tier enjoy separate jurisdiction. एज एनी फेडरेशन, किसी भी फेडरेशन के कंपैरिजन में अगर हम देखें तो ये भी सेम वैसा ही था, in which the government or the means enjoy the separate jurisdiction, means every government was having its own area. The constitution clearly provides a threefold distribution of legislative power. ठीक है, legislative means some rule regulations or discussion, or means the government is having the to make the you can say law, or legislative power between union government and the state government. So both the bodies are having same kind of powers, and thus it is contains the three list, means these power they are enjoying while following the constitution because it was in the constitution. So means when we say about the government, different government, first government, second government, third government, obviously one question arises in our mind that जब गवर्नमेंट अलग है तो उनके कुछ jurisdictions हैं, उनके areas हैं, उनके rights हैं, वो भी different ही होंगे definitely. So by that particular one main thing comes out, that is the subjects, which subjects particular government enjoy. So these are three subjects basically: union subject, state subject and concrete subject. So first is that union. Union subject means the government, sub-union means the central one, you can understand. The union list kya hai? It includes the subject of national importance such as defense of the country. You see that some of the work are in only the central government's hand. So they are like the defense that of the country, foreign affairs, then banking, communication, currency. So these are main basically these are given, but like all these 97 are you can say subjects which under the union government, because we need a uniform policy on these matters throughout the country. The union government alone can make laws relating to the subject mentioned in this union list. Union government, the central government, to that particularly the central government is having right to take decision, to make the laws about these. So these are called the union list. Another is that the state list the contained subject is of 66, and they have been after we can say 2000, which no changes have been come after the amendment. If we see that 66 subject is with the state list, are with the state list or the state local importance such as police, trade, commerce, agriculture, and irrigation. So means every state is having such kind of subjects. So they are in number of 66. The state government alone can make laws relating to the subject mentioned in the statements thoroughly. The state government is having this right to make the law regarding on all these subjects. So till here we discuss in this video. Next video will discuss the concrete list.